you'll do it right to grow the best garden you can. Lowe's does it right, too, with savings on Miracle Grow potting mix with fertilizer to help you get growing. And grow plants twice as big versus unfed plants. Pick up a 50-quart bag now for just $10. Plus, get Bonnie 2.32-quart vegetables and herbs, 3 for $10. For a garden that's worthy of showing off, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Offers valid through 6/5 while supplies last. U.S. only. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
After a long day of being pulled in every direction, the last thing anyone wants to think about is what's for dinner. That's where Schwann's can help, with a variety of real food choices, frozen to lock in freshness. From ready-made meals, premium meats and side dishes, to vegetables, ice cream, and more. Schwann's foods go from freezer to table in minutes, not hours, so you can pull off a delicious meal in no time at all. Ordered, delivered, done. That's homemade easy. To help simplify mealtime, visit schwanns.com.
Okay.
Live.
3, 2, 1. Well, hello there. This is your Keys bartender, Jim, coming to you from the Catch Restaurant and Bar in beautiful Key Largo. And I'm being joined with Bill Wissinger.
How about by Bill Wissinger?
By?
Yeah, not with. By.
With. Hosting with.
Hosting with. Yeah. We
With.
said
What
I'm being joined.
Joined with.
With. No, joined by. Joined with sounds a little weird.
We're not. Wait, no, okay. You know, actually, we're going to be sewn together like Siamese. Conjoined twins.
Conjoined twins.
Conjoined twins, because Siamese twins wouldn't be correct. And we'd like to thank the Catch for having us here again. Remember that the Catch Restaurant here in Key Largo has happy hour from 3:30 to 6:30. They have wonderful food specials every week. Today we have, as you might know, meatloaf platter day.
Oh, the meatloaf here is so good.
And the wings, and Billy loves the wings.
The wings are fantastic.
The drink specials, which we've been sampling some of them. Tonight we have Sean behind the bar. Holly, one of our bartenders. She's on the floor tonight. She's awesome. We have Pam and our wonderful kitchen staff, and almost anything. And remember this also: if you come here, if you're coming to Key Largo, you may be fishing. They'll cook your own catch, and it's very affordable. They'll give you they'll give you 2 sides, which any preparation that you choose.
Last time we did that, they actually did a couple of different preparations for us.
Yeah, they would do that. You come in with like 6 people. You order it per person. You come up with 6 portions. I don't know what they.
They gave us a big old platter of fried stuff, and then a couple other ones. There's
nothing better. What I would do if you caught it, with some of this fish, I would do fried, some blackened. The franchise is always good.
That's so nice.
That's the one where you have the little flour coating on the outside, and then I know how to make this.
Wine butter sauce?
I know how to. Well, what you do first is you use oil, because you bring it up to temperature and you brown it. And then you dump out the oil. This is the way I do it. And then you pull out the fish, and then you make the wine, butter, and seasoning.
You do the reduction with the wine.
Yeah, you do everything with the wine and butter, and you do
deglaze the pan with the wine.
Yeah, and little lemon.
Cool it down a little bit, and then you
finish it up in there.
You finish it up with the butter.
Exactly.
If you put the butter in that hot, it just browns and automatically ruins the sauce.
Especially when you have those thin, delicate white flesh fish, you want to do that because you can overcook it really easily. So I want to thank the Catch once again. We went on really long for that. That's great. But today, I did label the show Tinfoil Hats, and we'll be referencing instances where we, and I mean we, in the industry, are subjected to some people's unique beliefs. And how we process, respond to beliefs can make us...
By unique, do you mean crazy?
You know what? I want to be... You know what?
You want to be open-minded about this.
I want to be open-minded because there's no joke. Mental illness is no joke. It is no joke. People need to seek help. And there's professionals out there that deal with that. There are professionals. And if you know anybody that's having difficulties and things like that. But here in the restaurant industry, we deal with people in increments of time, 2 hours. And we don't have access to taking someone to a mental health facility or recommending them. So a lot of times, we just got to sit back and enjoy the ride. you know, and it is a tough job, and you have to.
Sometimes it's quite the ride.
Yeah, it is quite the ride, and we have to we process, we respond to the beliefs. Some people can make all the difference in the way we process and respond to those beliefs and the things they say can make all the difference in the outcomes that happen. When confrontations can be avoided, it's most times best for your establishment, the other patrons, co-workers, and ultimately
Don't
yourself.
tweak the crazy guy. He's okay.
I'm in Philadelphia, and I'm a city boy. I used to ride the subway, and we called it the Market Frankfurt L. And every so often, you get like a real crazy person come up to you, and I hate to call them crazy, but they have difficulties. I don't know if it's a psychosis or it's drug-induced or whatever it is, but I have to respond to it. So a lot of times when I was younger, I try to out-crazy them. You know, and I think I'm out crazy them, and they're going to recognize it, and they don't respond.
Oh, hell no. That just eggs them on, man.
No.
Hey, he's just as crazy as I am.
Really, it doesn't really egg them on. It's just like they don't recognize sane from insane. So me being insane or behaving insane didn't add anything to the mix. I didn't subtract or add anything that they could, from their behavior. So what I have here is like an extreme example, and I'm going to do it, and I apologize. I hate to get, but what happened this weekend? This is an extreme example, and I think this person was mentally ill because he came into my bar several years ago, a bar I worked up the street on. You, Billy, knows that one. And the patron seated there, and he seated with a friend of mine I used to work with, and two other couples. And he starts talking about FEMA gunships coming down and building camps at different places, which I understand people have theories about the government and stuff like that.
Black helicopters.
The UN black helicopters and all that stuff.
Dude, we can't keep secret what Trump said to anybody else, but we can hide black helicopters.
Yeah, and when out of the blue, this guy starts in with a joke with the worst word you can use for an African American. He says it right to me, and I had no idea what look I gave the guy, but he took it really seriously, but because he and the three people we were with got really quiet, and it was just silence. And I'm looking at him, my face got real red. And there was multiple reasons. I'm not a guy. I know I'm not going to right the injustices of the world. I realized in the head that this guy's not going to change his behavior. Whatever I say to him, I'm not going to correct him. But what I did is I looked to my right to see two friends of mine and fellow co-workers who happened to be African Americans. And that really got me upset. I said, I like these guys. And this guy felt comfortable. 10 feet away they were to say that. And afterwards, it's funny, afterwards, and I'll tell you what happened, but afterwards he said they didn't hear what was said prior, but they did hear and see a bit after how I reacted to him, and they said they got a little, and I'm going to say what exactly he said, it got really fucking serious. And what I said to him, I said, stop it, don't speak now.
Yeah, no.
Don't say it again, and don't apologize to me. And my face, my face was engorged with blood. And in most instances, I believe these people were like, I thought, this guy didn't really recognize it. And he was just apologizing. I said, do not apologize to me.
Nope.
Just don't come in here again. If you do, don't ever say that again. If I'm not here, I can't stop you from coming in. It's fine. But I know it's not the first time. It's not the last time you're going to say it. So you're very comfortable with that. But I'm not. So that I consider that a slight mental illness because you just toss it out there in a social. You're having a good time with people, and you say, "Well, I'm going to expand this good time by saying something outrageous."
Yeah, no. I mean, even the worst of my redneck buddies aren't going to casually drop that. Nope.
I got some redneck friends, and they're very pleasant and understanding people, and they would never casually drop that stuff.
No.
And my relatives are from the South, even though.
No, actually, the funny thing is the South's the least likely place to do that anymore.
Yeah, you're right. It's more veiled. It's well, they today they said that most
like
of the registered.
Ohio and
No, you're going to be surprised by the place. I just heard this on it.
Really?
Yes. You know what? It's Southern California. Southern California.
I'm shocked, actually.
And this was from MSNBC.
Well, I don't know if I actually trust that either.
Wait a second. MSNBC, who you consider maybe a liberal bastion, just suggested that a liberal bastion.
No, it's got Microsoft in its name.
No, but a liberal bastion.
I don't
of
mind.
Southern,
I don't mind the liberal bastion stuff. It's got
the liberal,
Microsoft in its name.
No, but the Southern California,
Yeah.
they listed that as that. So I mean, and I think, you know what people forget, it's not just because you could say Idaho and stuff, but there's so many people in California. California has, what's the population? 60 million. It's a huge state, population-wise,
I know
and that's why there's so many
New
groups.
York and Florida have pretty much the balance of the population.
Well, no, okay, it's California, New York, Texas, Florida.
Texas, Florida.
Yeah.
I know those four
and then
states
then
have
it's
pretty much the
Illinois,
population.
Pennsylvania, Ohio.
If you combine California, New York, and Florida, and maybe Texas, I think you pretty much get the balance of you get an equal amount of people in those four states as everybody else.
You're close. I think you're close on that. You're very close on that. So,
because I know the traffic down here is killing me.
yeah, we're going to go on the lighter and on to the more tinfoil-y stuff. And tinfoil hat, my friend Cheryl and Jen here are at the bar. They didn't know what tinfoil hat reference meant. So tinfoil hats refers to people that put tinfoil hats on their head because they believe the government or some alien intelligence is trying to influence their brain. And they believe that tinfoil will...
One of my cowboy hats has got tinfoil.
Okay. Oh, really?
No.
Okay. Well, no. Sometimes people, tinfoil is good for making it smaller, So if you have a loose hat, you can do that. But
no, they actually make
Yeah?
they actually make hat sizes, little inserts that fit in the bands to help you out with the size.
Well, I want to go over. I'm going to talk about. You can talk about some of these people you knew. I'm going to start out with this guy. Several years ago, this fellow was telling me about buying a huge amount of canned food, and I thought he was admitting to being a doomsday prepper, which is great because it works for people that live in a hurricane. We could be cut off, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. I myself am a guy that collects. I have this idea of bartering. So I load up on propane and coffee and Spam. And I figure you could trade away for other things that you need. And liquor. Liquor's a good thing.
I always go for ammo as my barter of choice.
That's doomsday. That's doomsday stuff.
No, ammo is always the ultimate in exchange.
No, but in doomsday, that's like gold.
Even not in doomsday. I can trade a case of 45 for damn near anything.
No, but I'm just saying if there was an apocalypse, ammo would be like gold. Oh, it would go up drastically. Yeah, gold would be worth nothing. Diamonds would be worth nothing, but ammunition to the people that own the right weapon, or you can build one if you're a metalsmith. So this guy was telling me about the canned food and all that stuff, and I go, wow, okay, doomsday prepper, hurricane on. And then he starts telling me about this and this is several years ago. He said, there was another planet on the other side of the sun, just like our planet, rotating.
That was an Isaac Asimov book called Nemesis.
I know. Okay, but this guy's talking about this other planet, and his wife told me this is really, truly what he believes in, and that you could see it from Australia. And I said, you can see it from Australia? I said, well, there's 22 million people in Australia, and there's other countries in that hemisphere too. So why didn't they say anything? Well, they're blacking it out. Well, how are they blacking it out? We hear things from Australia all the time. You don't think anybody's going to get a piece of mail, email, or anything that anybody say that, hey, it looks like there's another planet on the other side of the sun. And he said they were going to come and take our planet over. And now,
okay.
Yeah.
How do you know they haven't?
What?
How do you know they haven't?
Oh,
they might already be here.
Oh, the lizard people?
They might already be here.
Yeah, okay. Well, here you go. Bill, I may have to add you to that list. So what we have, the next guy was this weekend. And he was great because that guy came in. He sat right over there, Bill, and he's talking to people. He was knowledgeable. He knew about his history. He knew about his military history. We were talking military. We were talking about the recent 50-year history of the Forrestal. The Forrestal was an aircraft carrier 50 years ago.
One of the first supercarriers.
Yep. And it
Actually, pretty much the blueprint for a supercarrier.
Off of Vietnam, and John McCain was on it, right? And one of the missiles. Hey, Kim.
That's where they learned no live missiles and live fueling at the same time.
Well, a missile went live, got lit, went across, hit McCain's bird, and he got out all right. But it set off a chain reaction. It started a fire, and they had to fight it over several days. Over 125 guys died, something like that. So we were talking about these things, and we were talking about World War II. We were talking about Vietnam and things like that. I'm a little young. Vietnam was over when I was 12. And Bill, how old were you?
Not much older.
Okay, so I mean,
not much older. I joined up right after Vietnam.
I studied a lot of that. I knew about it.
Only thing that went on when I was in was Grenada.
Okay, yep. Grenada, I was in when I was first in, and Persian Gulf was a year after.
Yeah, no, Grenada was just as I was mustering out.
Mm-hmm. So what happened is this guy started talking, and I'm thinking, you know what? He starts bringing up another thing, kind of a little off subject, and this is the man they found in the Alps, frozen inside the frost line was defrosting up the glacier.
Yeah, I saw a blurb on that. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, the glaciers were melting on the Alps, and they found a man, a prehistoric man, 5,000 BC, and he says that. And he says 5,000 BC, and I'm waiting for some incredible shit to be said, and this guy's going to say something, and it's going to be insightful, and I'm going to learn something new. And then he goes,
it was incredible.
Yeah. Oh my God. Remember they found an arrowhead in him, I think, and something. They said, and he goes, yeah, 5,000 BC, and my hopes went way up there, and I'm like, oh, you're going to enlighten me. I'm going to learn something new today, and it's just going to add to that great day I'm having. And then he goes, he was killed by Noah's flood. Now, listen, I went to Catholic school. I know about Noah's flood and stuff like that. But if you're in the Alps,
yeah, no,
and Mount Ararat was much higher than that.
Yeah.
So this guy would have been safe. And I'm thinking, what do you mean you were killed by Noah's flood? How was you killed by Noah's flood? I'd be like,
I'm pretty unsure. I'm not too sure of the dates, and I can't remember a bunch of schools.
No, but that's 6,000. They pretty much say 6,000 years. So he said 5,000 BC.
I want to say it was like 8,000 or 10,000 BC that they kind of pegged that at.
Or could it be? It could be, but they discount carbon dating. they discount carbon. So
they discount a lot of things.
Yeah, the 100 million years ago and stuff. But you know what? Don't make too much fun of them, because there is a religion, Scientology, where they try to target creation through a come on, this guy, Xenu, the galactic warlord.
Okay.
In trillions of years.
All I can say is John Travolta, Battlefield Earth.
And Tom Cruise. I believe.
No.
And I wasn't in it. He wasn't
No.
in it. But
all I can say is
that was a good book.
If you ever want to see Scientology at its best, you got to watch Battlefield Earth with John Travolta.
It's a shitty movie, Bill.
Boy, it will be the worst 2 hours. I miss Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah.
Because that would have been a great movie to put on that.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh, it was so bad.
The Cyclos are the people that are colonized Earth. They're mining it for all the uranium, I think, or some rare metal. And it's actually, L. Ron Hubbard actually wrote some pretty damn good science fiction books. But when he wrote that...
Yeah, but is it... He wrote them as history.
Yeah, and this other guy, and right after that, he goes, okay, right after he just destroyed his credibility, he started talking about Nazi scientists creating Lyme disease in the United States during World War II. And I said, whoa. Nazi scientists creating Lyme disease during World War II. And there were several things that were wrong.
I'm pretty sure that there is a Civil War camp that damn near got wiped out. Andersonville.
By Lyme disease?
About half the guys that died there, yes, they died from poor health and poor sanitation, but I think about half the guys died there from Lyme disease.
No, but...
And that's the Nazis 1856.
I know, but nobody... The Nazis weren't working on things here to develop in the United States until after.
Sure they were. They were
After,
up
after World War II.
Illinois Nazis. Didn't you watch Blues Brothers?
Oh, yeah. No, after World War II, we brought the Nazi scientists to work on the thing.
Well, yeah, but no. If you watch the Blues Brothers, the head of the Nazi party is in Illinois.
No, but it wasn't during World War II.
Oh, I'm sure it's a leftover of that.
Yeah, no, but a lot. I mean, during no, it's American.
Oh
Nazi
my
party.
God.
So that was that. I mean, that guy's. Well, when I said, wouldn't the scientists have been in Germany creating those things? They would have given all the resources and all that. And then he said, yeah, and I said, well, yeah, I guess it would be a really good idea to create a slow act. Nazis weren't really into slow acting killing machines, like Lyme disease that could take years and months or years or whatever. So they wanted it quicker. They're always quicker. Okay, and then I had this coworker. His name was James, and it's long enough I can talk about this guy. And he was a Satanist. Hey, how are you guys doing? He was a Satanist. And he believed people could survive on nothing other than staring at the sun and water, drinking water. And he talked about this guy that did that.
I imagine he wasn't a big reader.
No, he read a lot, but he read a lot.
Not if he was staring at the sun.
Oh no, I'm talking about the guy that's singing. He read all about the guys that stare at the sun, and it's funny. This guy James always ate. I never seen him staring at the sun. His eyes were pretty healthy and all that stuff. And I would literally talk to him for seconds at a time.
Okay, 30 seconds. We're done.
Yeah. Okay. So you were going to tell me about a friend of yours.
Oh,
at work.
Gentleman that I worked with for years, who basically
hey folks
led me to believe that you are not actually paranoid if you think everybody is actually out to get you.
Well, that's okay. What? No. He's saying you're not paranoid if you think everyone's out to get you. What are you saying? If you only think particular people are out to get you?
Truly, if you believe the whole world is out to get you, it's not paranoia from your standpoint.
How can you live? How can you even live? How can you leave? How can you walk outside your door? He was a coworker? What type of business
He was
it?
actually my boss. It was retail sales.
He believed the whole world was out to get him.
Oh, my God.
Even his family?
Everybody. No family, no girlfriends, nobody.
Well, how can he hold a job down? How could he interact with anybody?
He was really, really good with technology.
Wow.
And locking himself in a room with technology.
So he believed that literally every person he came in contact with
was pretty much out to screw him at some point.
Even people he hasn't met.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we get somebody walk in to the store.
Yeah.
He's like, what's his angle? Why is he trying to do this? What? It's like, well, he's just being friendly. He's walking in, he's shooting the shit. That's what we do here.
Well, that's a new level of crazy that I really don't understand. Man.
Seriously nuts.
I couldn't imagine.
And he's a super nice guy.
Yeah, I imagine. I can imagine.
He was a super nice guy.
Well, he'd have to be because he thinks if they're out to get him and say they're going to screw him over. But if he makes them really mad, they're going to kill him.
Yeah.
All right there. Oh, man. Well, hey, that is a good one. You know what? I'm glad I waited for you to tell me that. I got another one here.
Okay.
This lady, she came in down the place I work down here. She came in. She was staying at Penny Camp. She's staying in the. If you want to go up for a drink, that's all right. I can go and start talking about it.
I'll wait. You got nothing to field off of. I'll wait till I get Sean's
listen.
attention.
Hey, this is what we're about. This is Keys Bartender Show. Go and have a drink. You know what? You know what?
Okay.
Here we go.
BEERUN.
Beer on. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna bring Cheryl over for a minute. Hey Cheryl, come on over here. I got a crazy friend over. The usual. He'll just. Cheryl Holt is coming over here. She's the owner of the Visitor Center. Here. Grab a mic, Cheryl. The Visitor Center here at 106. Is that right? 106 Key Largo. In Key Largo, I can hear you too.
I can hear you.
If you don't have lipstick on your mic, it's not good.
I don't wear lipstick.
Yeah, get it close.
If you don't have lipstick.
Oh, okay.
There you go. And now we can hear you.
Hey.
It's the yellow building.
It's the yellow building.
On the right-hand side as you're heading into Key Largo at 106, and it's the Keys Visitor Center. And what you can, if you go in there, you can get hotel rooms, find about activities, and all these things that you can do here. What are some of the things they can get in there?
Well, we rent hotel rooms at the last minute for unbelievably rates that you can't get on the internet. From Key Largo to Key West, we can set you up for diving and snorkeling and jet skiing and parasailing and sunset sails. We also rent those really cool 4-wheel drive Jeeps for the day.
Wow, that's pretty exciting. Hey, how about
glass bottom boats out to the reef.
Hey, a while ago, your husband was going to get involved in submarines. Do you have any submarines?
There was a submarine.
There was a submarine.
It was down here. It was a yellow submarine.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
And the gentleman that bought him out had it for about a year and a half, and he just closed it.
Wow.
So he's no longer down here.
That would have been exciting, but
was
you
fun.
know,
I've done
there's
it.
lots of things to do in the Keys, and I'll tell you, if you want to know about it, all you have to do is stop in at the visitor center. Cheryl will tell you all about it.
We'll give you
They
a
got
free map of the Keys.
And she has deals on these places. So if you're shooting down, especially the people that are up in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, if you're shooting down for the day, it behooves you to stop in and take a look, even if you've never
The
been
number
here.
one question we get is, what is there to do in the Keys?
There's
And
lots to do.
There is so much to do. If you did not know what to do, you will miss it. And believe me, come in, get a free map, talk to somebody, and they'll just send you on your way and give you all kinds of areas to go see and do that'll make your memories.
Okay, listen, I'm going to do a little role playing with you, Cheryl. Okay, I'm coming in. I'm a German man coming in with my family. Let's say my name is Hans Gruber. Okay? And my wife is a Russian expatriate. Let's call her Svetlana. And Hans and Svetlana and their 3 kids are coming in, and they want to do some, they want to swim with the dolphins. What are you going to tell them?
I'm going to say we do work with a local program, Dolphins Plus, and we can set you up and get you scheduled to swim. They have different levels that you can do, and we also offer a discount to get you guys swimming with the dolphins.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm also looking to rent a baby.
Hans, then I would send you to my friend Jim, who has baby equipment. I'm not sure he rents babies anymore. I think he doesn't, but that's where I would send you to.
You know, there's a mistake right there. Keys Baby Rentals, we don't rent babies. We rent baby rental equipment. And I instead of saying, but you know what? I appreciate the shout out for that. But there are so many things. If you're going down to Key West, there's hotel rooms.
Hotel rooms. People think Key West is too expensive, and I'm going to tell you, they are not.
Yeah.
They will deal. Someone will come up to me and say, my budget is this amount, and I'll call 5 places, and I'll say, their budget is this amount. 4 of them will call me back and say, we'll do it.
You know, the thing is about the Keys, I really believe this, that if we, I know it's an inconvenience when we have people come down. The big crush of people that come down is on a Saturday or, on Friday, Saturday after 10. But when we have tourists from out of town coming,
Yep.
they come in at any time.
Right.
So they don't add to the crush. They're coming in at different times. And we suggest, you know what, especially when you're visiting here, make sure it's a time. Try not to come down on a Saturday afternoon and leave on a Sunday afternoon. But there's plenty of other times, and all the places are open. You got to check during the slow season. Thank you, Billy. You got to check during the slow season. But you know what? Even though I'm in the restaurant, and this is we're a balance between here, at least the Catch, and the other place I work, a balance between the locals and vacationers. But I love seeing vacationers.
Yeah.
Because they feed our economy.
Yes, they
down
do.
here. They do.
They really do. And, for example, if you see a hotel online for $200, we can probably get that same hotel for $150.
There you
There
go.
you go.
That's 25%.
Yeah.
You can do it, and that's and I was going to make a joke.
Or
I said,
even less. It just
I
depends.
say that's 3 extra drinks. No,
Yeah.
no. Those
Well,
you
only
get
if
this
you're
real
at
good. No, don't say anything.
I'm not going to say anything. Only if you're at a certain bar down south.
Okay. Well, you know what? Key West, I push Key West, I push Marathon, I push Key Largo.
Yep.
Because once we get them into Keys, they're going to come and they're going to stop at our places. And you know what? Those people that come from out of town, not that, we love our Florida people. We do
Right.
love our Florida people.
Right, our
And
locals.
it sucks they can only come down on Saturday to Sunday, but they're stuck in that traffic. But if you're from out of town, you can come whenever you
You
want.
can come down Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Monday,
have
Tuesday,
a
Wednesday,
great
a great
day.
time,
It's so much fun.
And right now, and September and October, it's a greatest time. You just keep an eye out for those tropical storms. Nothing's in on.
This is the best time of year to go dive.
Yeah.
If there's not a tropical storm out there, the water's
The
beautiful.
water is the best.
It's crystal clear.
Yes.
It's warm. You could paddle a canoe to the Bahamas.
Yes. It's
if
like
you've got
glass.
the arms for it. But no, this is the best time of year to
Yep.
go diving down here by far,
Yeah.
provided there's not a hurricane over your head.
August, September, October.
Cheryl, are
best
you a
time.
diver?
I am not.
Well, why not?
Why not?
I'm not a very good swimmer.
You're not a swimmer on the Keys. She lives on the island. She's not a
know.
swimmer.
I
Just
know.
like the police sheriff in Jaws, Roy Schneider.
That's me.
He doesn't.
Yeah, that's me.
But you live in an island. It's only the island when you look at it from the water, and it
Right?
doesn't make sense.
I mean, I'll get in the water. I'm not afraid of it. I'm just not a diver.
You know what?
I'll
I'm not-
snorkel.
I swim. I snorkel. I do a hookah dive. And that's with the air.
Oh, I was a dive instructor for 27 years.
Yeah. That's not. Is that? Do you
Actually, I was a course director. I taught instructors how to be instructors.
That's great.
No.
What? But that was. Why isn't that great?
It was fun, but no, it's not great. It's
You know
like
what
any other job.
I mean, I'll tell
It's
you
a
down in
job.
Keys, I think you'd find probably like any island. I mean, but maybe more so in the Keys, you'll find a highest concentration of divers in the world. I'm not one
Oh,
of them.
everybody down here is a dive instructor. You can't.
I'm a diver instructor, and I'm not a fisherman.
And
I get my fish
fortunately,
at the-
fortunately, the dive instruction, I never did it for a living completely. I just did it because I was doing it all the time.
Yeah.
And it kind of fell into it. Somebody needed a course director, so I did the courses. But I couldn't imagine doing it full time.
You know what? It's expensive, but very rewarding for the people that do it. Just like fishing. People will spend, when they have their own boats,
Yes.
they'll spend hundreds of dollars to go out and catch $50 worth of
We
fish.
can also set you up for a fishing excursion, a
And
fishing day.
by all means, if you're coming down here, hire a guide.
Yes.
If I go up to Wisconsin and fish on the Great Lakes and I've never been there, you guys are going to laugh at me when I said I went out all day and didn't catch fish. Same thing. If you come down here and go randomly dump stuff on the bottom, you're not going to catch anything. Hire a guide.
Yeah, they've got
Right.
great guides for the back waters for the bay, and we got great tours going out, fishing
There's
trips going out.
nothing better than being out on the water and seeing a dolphin
Yep.
or a manatee or a sea turtle. It's just amazing.
Couple big button snapper
Yeah.
in the box. Better.
Or a colossal squid.
A colossal squid.
I just picked it out of my head. There's a little kid that always talks about a colossal squid, a friend of the family.
Wrong
And
coast.
Hey, you never know. There could be a prehistoric one that made it through the.
I don't think I've
I
ever
thought we
seen
were done
one
with
of
the
those over
conspiracy
here.
theory part.
Oh no, we're not done with the conspiracy thought. I had a lady here, and we're going back right there right now. I had a lady come to me, and she was staying at Penny Camp, and she was a postal worker. I should have clued me in right then. She was a postal worker for over 30 years, and she was staying at Penny Camp. And she said, she started in talking about Rosie O'Donnell on her show. She said, Rosie O'Donnell is sending me coded message. We're friends, and she said she's friends with Rosie O'Donnell and who's that one? Vergara, that woman, Sonia, the one with the Spanish talking
Sophia.
Sofia Vergara and Reese Witherspoon. They did a movie, and she talked about that movie. And she, for some reason, she's saying to me that she inspired or wrote the movie and created a movie that Sofia Vergara and Reese Witherspoon went in. And she went on about, and she was so nice, the woman. She was laughing about it. And I thought her delusion was so harmless. I didn't believe she would give me, do anything to me or tie me up and throw it in her trunk or anything like that. I didn't. She was so.
You always have
this
to be
was the
careful about getting
happiest.
tied up.
No, this was the happiest. No, this was the happiest little delusion that I
She said she was friends with Rosie O'Donnell.
Which is wait. I don't want to get anything, but
Well,
she said
the
she was
reason why
getting
I'm
veiled.
saying that-
She was getting veiled messages from her on her show when it was still going on.
Well, the reason why I'm saying that is because the boat that I have, the original owner was Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep. She had it in Almirado.
Well, that's really
Yes.
she.
Yes, that's a true story.
Rosie O'Donnell used to come down here.
Yep.
I thought she's a West Coast girl.
She used to come down here at some point.
So hey, listen. You know what? Whatever ideas that you have, it could be that, that perhaps that timeshare is a good idea, or the golden,
that's always worked out well for
or the
everybody.
Golden Corral is a really great restaurant to go to.
It
Or
might be if you don't go to the one in Florida City.
I don't know, man. I don't know about buffets and stuff
The
like
only
that.
one I've ever been to is the one in Florida City, and that is the poster child for the worst place to go ever.
But listen, if you do have a problem with a friend that has serious problems, I don't make light of it, and I don't make fun of people that are crazy. And I told you about
We
that
do
lady
all the time.
Well, you did have a lady come in here, and you remember one of my early episodes. There was a woman that came in here one night, and she told me she lost her false teeth. No, not lost her false teeth.
Somebody
her false
stole
teeth. Someone
her
stole her
false
false
teeth.
teeth. She told
That
me the
was
man's
funny
name.
as hell.
She told me the man's name, and everyone here can validate that
I
story.
laughed like hell
there was
for days
yeah, there were
after
5
that.
people. Yes, and she said he was holding them ransom for $1,000, and I thought $1,000. What the hell? What are you going to do with them? If they're not
Well-
your false teeth, who are you going to give them to? What could false teeth be worth if you don't know?
My partial cost me $1,500.
I know, but they're not worth anything to anybody else. It's not like you're going to go and say, hey, do you want to buy someone else's false teeth? Unless it's like Benjamin Franklin's false teeth. Or
I was thinking
or
George Washington's.
George Washington's wooden teeth. They'd be great deals. But you know what? I don't understand. And then, it turns out, a month and a half later, the same couple, because we had their name, we did the research, I have their full names, and I'm not going to say it anymore, because they did say their full names. I said the guy's full name and a woman's name, so there's no thing. But they've been in here twice. He picked up a to-go order on Sunday, and he has a very distinct name. And
Did he have a set of false teeth?
he had his own teeth, I think. I mean, I think you'd be able to know. I'm going to move on to one last segment, or 2 last segments. This morning,
Yes.
Cheryl and I are in Rotary.
Yes.
Rotarians.
Rotarians.
we are.
We are a service organization, and a good friend of mine, Henry Menendez, says something after a speaker gives their presentation about displaced workers. And one of them was robot bartenders on the cruise ships. And I did a little research.
Okay. What I don't know where he was going with that, but I don't think I would ever go anywhere where there's a robot bartender. I like talking to a bartender.
You know what, though? If you're going up, sometimes people have a little anxiety when they're talking to a bartender. They want to just get their drink. And they can go up to a pad. How you doing? Thank you. Yeah, and a guitar motion? Yeah. Okay. So...
That was a when are you playing tonight?
Okay.
Not tonight.
Okay. So, if you want to just get a rum and coke and a little lime juice and stuff like that, you put it in there, and it grabs the rum, puts it in the cup. Well, it puts the cup down. It grabs the rum, grabs the coke, blah, 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 puts it in, and then pours it in the cup. I don't understand that. It doesn't pour it directly in the cup.
Why
Like, it
to
doesn't-
go to a bar if why didn't you just make your rum and coke at home? Why are
Well, they're
you
on
going to a bar?
They're on a cruise ship.
Okay. I don't,
Yeah,
I
no,
don't, I don't
still
like
don't
that.
get it.
No, but wait a second. You know what? Do you understand artificial intelligence?
Yes.
You know what the idea is? To have an independent entity where they can decide to make their own decisions, make small talk and stuff
Right.
like that.
But-
They're ways off from being sane. Because if you-
Robot bartenders are not making conversation.
Well, I mean, they could.
Right.
They very well could. There's Google bots and all that stuff.
Well,
where
yes, there
They
are.
can. But if you ever hear, recently, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about 2 Google artificial intelligence units were disconnected because they started creating their own language. What they were doing was reordering English into an understanding only they could understand, and the scientists were afraid because they didn't understand what they were saying to each other. robot bartenders are way away. They can probably tell one-liners and stuff like that, but they're not smooth. But if you, as a bartender, are afraid of a robot bartender because they're not really fast yet, they don't know how to make jokes. They don't know how to insult anybody.
Right.
They don't have any feelings, so they don't have the attitude. And but a good
They
thing,
can't go, hey.
They don't get upset. They don't get upset when they're tipping. But if they develop that thing with the artificial intelligence, and they may not want, because obviously you're a computer, why would you want money? But they may think, hey, why don't you give me something to show me? And if you try to pretend to give them something like a compliment, and they say that's not worth anything to you. I mean, that if I was an artificially intelligent robot, and so this is a wake-up call for people. If you're a bartender and you don't have a personality, you could be doomed, because a robot bartender could definitely replace someone that doesn't talk and is mean and you're horrible.
I know that guy.
I can't imagine any bartenders down here without a personality making enough
No,
money.
wait.
to-
A bad personality
Yes, you
is
can.
not a personality. You know,
Yes, you can.
Hitler had a personality. Jeffrey Dahmer had a personality. They're not necessarily people you wanted to work with. But you just understand this. Someday when they have the AI going, and soon enough job comes in and starts interacting with the bartender and starts reprogramming it by reasoning with it, that's when Skynet starts out. And that's how Terminator starts. And all of a sudden, we're extinct.
And there's your conspiracy theory.
Yeah. And you
No,
know what?
I want a bartender down here that goes, oh my God, Bill's on a bourbon binge again. Let's see what's going to happen next.
I'm your friend, Bill. I'm your friend. I wouldn't, you know what? I wouldn't sit by idly. I'd either join you,
There you go.
and that's horrible for both of us, or try to say, hey, relax, let's put you in a safe environment.
No, usually what ends up happening is somebody calls the wife and throws me in the back of the van and makes me sleep it off.
Well, I wouldn't want to get you in trouble. I wouldn't get you in trouble. What's her reaction to that?
Let him sleep it off. Leave
yeah.
him in the van.
Go.
Oh, she doesn't give you like repercussion? Okay,
No,
cool.
she doesn't
Then
give
you'll
me
be fine. I
repercussions.
drive you, man.
No.
You're good with me, Bill. You know that?
Actually, last time I did that was with one of the waitresses here, actually a regular guest on our show, Luke Glenn. We got ended up talking at a bar up north of here one time and started talking about bourbon. Next thing we knew, we were probably a bottle and a half of bourbon in.
You know what? The robot bartender would have hailed a self-driving car,
Probably.
took the robot bouncer.
The human
Carried
bartender, the human bartender called Luke's wife, and she came down and threw him in the car and threw me in the back of the
You
van.
know she gave him a load of shit.
No, she was okay.
No, she's okay?
No, she
She might be a little used to it.
Yeah, no, she said we looked like a pair of bobbleheads holding on to
I
each other.
believe that. I have the picture in my head.
We looked like a pair of bobbleheads holding
Yep.
on to each other, not trying to fall down and talking some sort of language she couldn't understand.
Really?
Because, you start putting bourbon in a couple rednecks, and the Southern gets bad.
That's all right. I'll get a couple of bourbons with me. We be talking. You know what? I can hang out with you guys. I know you don't hold it against me
No,
for
we
my
don't.
northern accent. We be talking shit together the whole time.
It'd be good.
No one would understand anything we're saying. Okay. You know what? I'm going to tell, if it's all right, this Sunday, I was checking out, no, not Sunday, it was yesterday. I was getting the supplies. I was making pizza. At Publix, they sell the dough.
Yes.
And I was getting all the supplies for pizza. It was in the middle of the
They
day.
have got such good pizza dough.
They do have the
fresh
pizza
pizza
dough.
dough they make.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
So I'm checking out, and I'm all tactical coming up to the thing, and I'm thinking, okay, where am I going? I had 9 items. I'm going up to the line. I see there's an older couple. They're in their mid-70s. They're working as a team. They've been working together for years. They only have 6 items, right?
It's still going to take half an hour for
Oh,
them
no.
to check
Oh, my
out.
God. Oh, my God. And then I see like 3 people at the other 10 item thing. The other 10 item. They're next to each other. And I get behind them. 14 people go through that line. And I'm still behind those people because she brings out her checkbook in slow motion, like da-na-na-na-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na-na.
Oh, my God.
How much is that, darling? What was that again? Who do I make it out to?
Oh.
Hey, I forgot this item. Could you re-ring that up? Yeah. Oh, it did. It took.
no.
It was 14 items. I see German guys walking up with their wet T-shirts. They just got out of the water. They're coming up. They have no idea where they're going. They're going through it. And I made such a. And I'm just standing there laughing. I'm looking around laughing, and people thinking, "Oh my God, this guy's." I mean, the people that don't know me, because I laugh all the time. So, I guess they either know I'm crazy or know I'm happy. So
They
either
know
one.
you.
They know me. I'm fine.
They know you.
And I thought, you know what? I'm not laughing in a mean way. But then at the end, when the lady's giving the total, she goes and says, "Would you like to donate for maybe the children's?"
Yeah.
something?" Okay.
Yeah.
They
It's-
said,
it's
she
the
goes,
children's-
"No."
Shriners or something.
Shriners
yeah.
or something. And then she goes, "No, I'd like people to donate to me." And I'm thinking, oh, they're poor people. They're working together. So, I mean, they're working together and they're out shopping together and stuff like that. And you can tell by looking at them. So I get my stuff and I'm there and looking. I said, man, look at my tactical ass getting stuck behind them for 8 minutes. The dough's rising while I'm here.
Yeah.
And I spend like 3 minutes and they're still not really out the door.
Did you follow them to their car?
No,
They're in a brand
I
new
went up to them. I
Mercedes?
get in my car and I start looking at my phone. I turn on the AC and they come. It was a Mercedes.
It was a brand new
It was a
I'm
brand
sure
new
of it.
Mercedes. Oh, they needed someone to donate to them. Oh God.
I'm sure they
I know.
did.
And right then I go, "You pieces of shit." I just said, when they said that, "You're a piece of shit." But hey, you know what? I like to end it on a good note. I didn't really feel vindictive against them that much. And okay, so right now we're going to go do our pitches. Billy, where are you playing this weekend?
Oh, let's see.
Or week?
Tomorrow night, I will be here at the Catch with Key Billies from 6:30 to 9:30. Friday night, I will be at Sharky's with Sweetwater. Saturday night, I will be at here with the Catch with Captain Josh. We'll be doing a bunch of Key West music and fun old stuff. And then Sunday, I will be at Snooks from 1 to 4 with Sweetwater.
Well, that's great. Okay, listen, and we're going to give another pitch to the Visitor Center here in Key Largo, owned by Cheryl and Keith Holt at 106 on the southbound side, immediately as you come into town.
First building on the
First-
right.
There you go.
First building
And
on the
they can
right, you
hook
get
you
a
up
great
with-
deal.
Hook
Yep.
you up with fishing, diving,
Best time to get out on the
hotels.
water right now.
Yeah.
You guys have to come down to the Keys. Stay
You know
in
what?
any
It's a
island.
really great place. The people that work for her are very helpful. I want to talk about well, actually, I'm going to be working Thursday night. I think it's one of the last radio shows at Bumby's tomorrow night. Captain Skip in hey, how you doing? The last radio show at Bumby's is going to go in a Moose Club after that, but I'm also going to be working at Bumby's a couple other nights. But I work at the Catch here. Double on Friday. I'll be there Saturday night. I'll be there Sunday night. I'll be here all day Monday. Sean is here tonight on Wednesday. He's always good for a joke. He'll let you touch his
Usually
beard
2 or
if you're
3.
nice to him. Right? Now, he'll let you pet his beard. If you're a handsome man.
There you go.
No, I'm just
Must
kidding.
be handsome.
Must be handsome. And they have a great special here. You have Holly, Pam, Kim. They're going to treat you right. Please come around, and remember, our happy hours are 3:30 to 6:30. They have great food and drink specials, and
Fantastic wings.
Fantastic wing. Kathy
The
and Paige
best
are
wings,
great
I think.
owners, and everyone's really happy here. This is Jim, your Keys bartender. Thank you for listening, and have a great week. Bye. Yeah, wasn't it? See?
Hey Google Pixel fans, for a limited time get both our Sprint Unlimited plan and the all-new Google Pixel 3a included for under $35 per month per line for 5 lines. All you need is approved credit, a 24-month installment billing, and a new line of service. Visit your local Sprint store, sprint.com, or call 800-SPRINT1 today. Phone $1107 per month after $556 per month credit. Apply within 2 bills. Remaining balance due if canceled early. Unlimited basic after $630.20. Pay $32 per month per line for 5 lines with autopay. Data deprioritization during congestion excludes taxes, surcharges, and roaming. Speed maximums, use rules, and restrictions apply.
After a long day of being pulled in every direction, the last thing anyone wants to think about is what's for dinner. That's where Schwann's can help, with a variety of real food choices, frozen to lock in freshness. From ready-made meals, premium meats and side dishes, to vegetables, ice cream, and more. Schwann's foods go from freezer to table in minutes, not hours, so you can pull off a delicious meal in no time at all. Ordered, delivered, done. That's homemade easy. To help simplify mealtime, visit schwanns.com.